Follow along on the floor finisher. We're going to be doing 3 movements. We're going to be doing 30 seconds of each movement with a 10-second rest in between, just so we can transition through the movements. I'm going to show you the 3 movements without the kettlebells, and then we're going to use the kettlebells. If you have 2 kettlebells, 1 lighter and 1 heavier, then I recommend that. If not, just use the kettlebell that you've got. First movement I'm going to do, we're going to be holding the kettlebell in a goblet position, core engaged, and we're going to be standing up and coming back down with the knee. So we're going to be doing one side for 15 seconds, and then we're going to switch and come up with the other side for 15 seconds. Second move we're going to be doing is holding the kettlebell in the front, and we're going to be doing around the world. So this one is going to work on our core stability. And then the third movement that we're going to be doing is a half kneeling shoulder press. So we're going to be pressing the shoulder up and working our shoulder and arm, and also our core. So we're going to start with the goblet kneeling get-ups. So coming up just with the right side, 15 seconds, coming up as fast as we can, keeping the knees forward, not coming all the way up, want to keep the tension on the quads. Now we're going to switch sides, so coming up with the left. If you started with the right, keeping the core nice and engaged. Pushing up through the heel. Then we're going to go into around the world. So if you've got a heavier kettlebell, we're going to switch into a heavier kettlebell. So we're going to keep the hips nice and straight, so we're not swinging the hips from side to side. We're engaging the core, we're tapping the kettlebell at the front and bringing it back around. Nice tall spine. So the heavier the weight, the more challenging this is going to be on the core, and keeping the hips straight. Keep the feet down, keep the shoulders down, and rest for 10 seconds. I'm going to go into the shoulder press. So half kneeling position, the back leg that's back. I'm going to push up. So this one, want to go at a pace that we can maintain for 30 seconds, keeping the core engaged, working on some anti-lateral flexion by doing one side at a time, bringing the bell down just in line with the shoulder, pushing back up, making sure the arm is in line with the ear. So think about creating a nice arc from the shoulder up to the ear. A little 10-second rest before we switch sides. So set up the same. Glute engaged on the back leg for stabilizing the hip. I want to focus on feeling it in the shoulder, engaging the core, keeping the shoulders level, maintaining a pace that you set. So focus on as full range of motion as you can, gripping the kettlebell, arm close to the ear. 10-second rest, I'm going to go back into our goblet, last round. So up on the right, back down. So we want to work on increasing our heart rate, a little bit of conditioning, so we want to transition through this movement fast. Make sure the knee's staying forward, that you're not caving the knee in, toes pointing forward. Core engaged. Back into around the world, so grabbing the heavier kettlebell. Hips in line. Tapping from the front and coming around the back. So when I tap, I want to make sure that I'm bracing the core, like I'm bracing for a punch, so that I'm not moving my hips at all, they're staying nice and straight and square. Then we're going to go last One, into our shoulder press, glute engage the back leg, arm out for balance, and push for the last 30 seconds. So I want the upper arm to be in line with the ear if we can. So getting full range of motion, and we're not just hitting the front deltoid, which is what's going to happen if our arm is forward of the ear. So I want to work on good thoracic and shoulder mobility as we perform this one. Switch sides, stabilise through the glute, knee pointing forward, leg straight in line, and left side, last 30 seconds. So just come down and brace the core, shoulders level, push straight back up, knuckles facing up to the ceiling, and down. Arm next to ear, push up, and slow down the pace, but don't stop. And that's our finisher complete.